Back at it. We're all tired, but we gotta get this thing going. So roll cage time. We've got most of the interior kind of pulled apart on it. We got the holes cut in where we plan on putting the main hoop and then the front bars. We've got measurements, we've got a drawing. We're about to get started on cutting this first main hoop tube. Here we go. Most time we try to take the seam where it gets put together, put it on the inside of the bend. So all of our marks are going to be based off of the seam. That way we know that it's going to go on the inside of the bending dies. Make sense?
Does it make sense for you?
We got some, so this gets a little tricky. We got to make sure that we don't accidentally roll the tube one way or the other, otherwise it gets all wonky and by the time you're done you're sitting there mad because it's not flat. So we're going to lock this guy in somewhere, and that as long as we keep the same number on here, the first bend to the last bend, we'll be all right. Holy crap. That means we did a good job.
That's
Gold star
good
for Gordo. 58 3/4. 58 3/4. Hey man, if we only got that off by 1/4 inch on that big of a span, money. Damn, you know what? Look, seam and the C, and the seam and the C.
It's money.
Man, we get lucky every once in a while. That's for sure. Like for sure, for sure. The metal from the frame, the metal of the tubing. The reason we use the dough coal stuff is it helps so nice. It's just so much nicer product. We could have got chromoly a whole lot easier, but I had to take a 3.5 hour drive to Indianapolis to go to AED Motorsports just to buy this dough coal R8. It's just so much nicer to mess with. First one's done, easy one's done. On to the next. The next bar we're gonna go is gonna be from up here, from the main hoop, across here, down there. Bentech EZ software, I've had it, I don't know, 20 years at least. It makes stuff like that main hoop that we just did a whole lot easier. You just punch your measurements in there, it'll spit out your cut length, it'll spit out your angles. The rotation doesn't matter because this is all just 2D stuff. I have the 3D software, but man, I haven't figured out how to use it yet. So our next move now is we got to make those bars like we talked about. I just don't remember what measurements I need to tell it, so let's look in here and see what we got. Alright, so we need these measurements here. We're going to go from here to there, here to here, here to here, here to here. Let's go find out what they're going to be. No big deal, really. It's two bends. Straightforward. This is where it gets tricky. We have to rotate that tube a certain amount so that it'll shoot over to where we want it. What that amount rotation is, I have no clue yet. This to over here, how much? That's 6 inches. Okay, maybe give her a quick wipe down. Think we got it? Or then we screwed it up?
This is the fucking driver's side for sure.
I think we lost our visors, bro. We're not gonna have visors anymore.
Too much, guys.
56. Well, we said 55 or 55 and a half. Or 6.
We never said that.
We'll throw a flag on the play.
Oh yeah.
There, it looks fucking really good. How's the nuts look?
Pretty comfortable.
Dude, got double lucky. I think we can put our visors in. What's wrong with that? Man, that looks good. Gold star. Dude, you guessed it. He said 20 degrees. 20 degrees rotation. And just like that, we're gonna vent that gas out. And the other thing too is, if there's nothing venting that gas out, so when we weld this down to the frame and then try to make the last weld to close it all off, the weld will actually blow back at you because it builds pressure inside that tube. So we need to control what's happening there. Little tiny take, tack. Oh God! Not trying to toot my own horn here, or toot our own horn here. That was good. Very well this occasion. Should be able to get to the top of those, no problem. And then all this stuff.
You did a totally different harness in this car, didn't you?
Like we fucking planned it, bro. Dude, that's 5 gold stars for the day.
That's what I told him.
I think 10 gold stars, you get the free burrito. Or something like that.
Fuck, we forgot about lunch.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If you'd like it, I love it. Main hoop in. We got both of the forward bars in. And then we've got the support that goes from this bar to that bar. So basically the halo, the front bars, and the main hoop are all bent and tacked into place. We got door bars to do next, which are gonna go from the main hoop down to the rocker. Tie that in, but we gotta kind of mount the seat in place so we can figure out the height of the door bar. Next thing we'll probably do is the rear bars. We're gonna come across the back of this and tie into the frame this way. Cut holes in the floor for the rear so that way it'll drop down and get into the frame itself. With this being a full frame car, everything has to attach to the frame. But for now, I think we'll eat some lunch. Square. And, we found the frame.
Click out.
Back at it again. Continuation on the roll cage for the Crown Vic here. We've got a pretty good start on everything. We left off at having the main hoop in. We got the halo in. I got a good bit of the welding done, or at least the best I could on these couple bars. I'm waiting on the rears until I get confirmation from our NHRA tech official that that's going to be okay and he's not going to have a problem with it. I really wanted to keep the rear seats, so the idea behind putting these big bends in the back there is to go over the rear seat so that, well, it's still a functional seat with the whole drag and drive thing. So, next order of business, we got to do a harness bar. So we need to add a bar across here that's going to basically mount our harnesses, our seat belt. From there, we've also got to do door bars. They're going to go from the main hoop down to the front rockers. This distance is going to vary based off of where the seat location is. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get the stock floor to work with our new race equipped seats. Let's fabricate some brackets. All right, seat brackets are kind of made. Something like that. Pretty happy with the progress so far. Kinda wish it was just done though. Next we gotta sort out window nets and finish the seat mounts. Got a lot to do. Oh yeah. Little harness hoops. Oh, crap, there's a lot to do. Well, I've been welding for a bit today. We've got the car sitting on the lift right now. All right, so what we did here, we took all the body mounts off of the car, wheeled this thing over to the lift, and we're using the lift arms to pick the body up off the chassis. Well, what that's done is allowed us to weld down here at the frame joints. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of dark down there. We're able to get some of these welds done, and it definitely makes welding the tops of all these guys a whole lot easier. All right, so some of the tricky stuff we got left. Back here, that's where the rear bars tie into the frame. Inside the car, all those welds are done. The door bars fit with the door panels. So all I've got left to really do is just try to knock out those two rear ones that go down at the frame. So see what I can do here. Got it.